All right. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. Uh, I'm not exactly sure. Uh, I would say I'm collecting viewers, but nobody watches my stream. I would say I'm collecting viewers. Let me find some music. All right. I think the stream's ready to start. So, here's what I have of the map so far. And yes, I did add all the cats because, well, why not? We're starting with inside the wall because it just makes sense. Start of the game, so it's start of the project. Also, if I sound tired, it's because I stayed up like really late last night. Also, Thursday's Silo episode was so good. Oh, you need to be extended. All right, so yeah, this is the map so far. This time I have other builders, so I don't have to do this alone, which was a pain on the silo map. I also have a free cam installed on Stray, so I can accurately replicate the game. Okay. Looks like there's some vines. Uh, all right. Catenary. Let's or the Slack on this one. Let's also turn on keep existing. Trigger updates. Actually, I don't like that, so we're just gonna then magic select. And then trigger updates, and then we're going to do that. Just so it looks connected. There are a lot of plants, and I suck at doing things natural like that are natural. Normally I delegate this to another builder, but I'm promising to do everything myself this stream. If you're wondering why there's an enchanted jungle fence in my inventory, it's just like something in Axiom where you can copy a certain block's properties by pressing Control-C. It's really useful. That's how I did these vines, roots, my bad. I'm not that happy with how they turned out, but what I'm really happy about how it turned out is this waterfall. I was gonna use regular Minecraft water, but regular Minecraft water looked really ugly, so I decided to do this. Oops, wrong. We add fence gates. Also, if you didn't see my community post, we had to restart the Breath of the Wild project because Highcraft, formerly Zelcrafter, didn't have enough replay footage for a video, so and we were still using replay mod instead of flashback. Speaking of which, I have to record. Sorry. I'm also going to make a full-length video on this instead of just a showcase because I need more views. I have a thing for that. It requires a lot of manual work, but better than doing this all by hand, which would kill me. It wouldn't, but wouldn't literally kill me, but it would tax my sanity, which is something that I'm trying to avoid. Add a little more air. It's so weird going from Photoshop between Photoshop and Axiom because the keyboard shortcuts are different. And I use Photoshop for my thumbnails because I think most YouTubers do. It's one of the few pieces of professional software I actually know how to use. Maybe when I get j j Cha. I can't say that word. I'll get canceled if I say that word. But if I get one of those, then maybe I might have a chance at a I'm sorry. It's impossible. I'd get canceled if I said I'm sorry. I can't say it. One person's actually watching my stream? That's a first. Now, all right. I'm gonna try to add source. Window capture, add source. Oops. Hold on. All right, and let's go ahead and shrink this down. Where should I put it? I'll put it in the margins. So, sorry, I'm just using that for so you can see what I'm referencing. It also looks like there's a lot of ivy, so it's got a rock tool, and what we can do. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I suck at leaves so much. If I didn't, let's just do this part by hand. Alright. Maybe it shouldn't go all the way up. I don't know, my free cam is weird. It shouldn't go all the way up right here. It should or go up around here. My free cam just decides to delete things when I get close to them. I don't know why. Probably because you were never intended to actually look at things up close. There's also a lot of like roots that go like this, so I think I'm just gonna put them as jungle fences like I did with. Only like leaves were bushy. I know there are resource packs to do that, but I'm really trying to avoid using them because they feel like cheating. I feel like the whole challenge of building is to find solutions, creative solutions for things that aren't in Minecraft with just what you have in Minecraft. So by using resource packs to add a certain texture to something just negates the whole challenge, the whole point. I know some people think about it differently, but that's just how I think about it. All right, I really need to. It's 4 blocks tall. This is 2, so I'm going to use the extrude tool to. Every day spent building is another day spent praising Axiom. All right. And there's just so many plants, and I hate building plants. They're just so, like, tedious. Just kind of some ivy there. Yeah, already built that one. There's a lot of ivy here. I'm decent at making ivy because it's pretty simple. Just place down a bunch of leaves randomly. I wish there was another bright green leaf other than azalea, but I'm fine. Now that we have this part, hold on. This fence might be the wrong spot, so let's move it. It would be more like here. Uh, shit. Sorry. I didn't mean to let that slip. My bad. But the tolerance to swearing is increasing these days. At least I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just my increasing tolerance to it. Bro, can it stop messing with... you know what? Live with that. Alright. I moved the fence. I'm not the biggest fan of how that moved, but it's moved now. And my headphones are low on battery. Yay. Lovely. I love that. At 23 minutes? I might have to resort to using my bad mic, or ending stream, and I don't want to do either of those, so I don't know what to do. I have to charge my headphones, or I can just silently stream. I don't know. Might just have to communicate via chat, and I'm sorry about that. I'll wait until... You know what? That's actually fine. That's fine. No, it's not. I'm gonna go grab a charger. Hold on. Alright, I found the charger. Sorry, you heard that. Yes. All right, my headphones are charging. All right, sorry about that. Now the sound of my charging cord is going to be bothering me all stream, but small price to pay. Really sorry about the wait. And I'm back down to 0, probably because of that. Okay, let's also there's got to be a way. Oops, I already have that in the mask. And andesite and stone. Thing about the editor mode extrude tool is that it can actually target specific blocks instead of just limited to. Turn on, keep existing. All right, that should fix that. Is it actually that light in game? Also, let's put the music back on. It's a little darker in game. So I think we're going to do that and then worry about the bottom later. The biggest challenge of Inside the Wall is the fact that it's on a curve, which makes everything a living hell. There's more vines, lovely. I love vines. This is a little more spaced than it is in game. Okay, where am I looking? Where am I looking? All right. These like, what are these? I don't know what they are, but they're like these like beams that go across. I don't know what they're called. Maybe some nerd can help me out. All right. I'm eventually going to add glowberry vines to everything, but I'm just going to do that later because, frankly, I'm lazy. Don't worry, I will add them later, probably off stream. I'm also not going to stream this entire project because that would toll up my sanity, and I'm trying to avoid going insane and being hospitalized in an asylum. There's also a lot of roots on this pipe for some reason. I don't know what would grow off of a pipe, but oh well. I tried to avoid fences that are the same length. Bless me. We also need to put that city technical network text, but fortunately, another builder already put that in here. So I just have to get another diorite, my bad. And probably keep this as an asset. You know, just for consistency. I know it doesn't actually look like it says anything, but let's be real, no one cares. Let's rotate this 45. It's not perfect, but actually unlock rotation and rotate it mostly perfectly into place. All right. So I don't know exactly what to do now. I'm really putting off doing this section because it's at a really weird angle and I hate doing it. Also, there are a lot of pipes and I don't like doing pipes. Also, what? Okay. Okay. Do they become pipe? Okay, yeah, they're pipes. It's just really weird from here. Ah. I am really putting this part off because I don't even know where to start. I just want to get to the city. Also, why is my render distance? It's at 27. Did I change something with the server? Oh well. Usually my distance is at 27. You know what? I'm gonna turn on distant horizons. Ignore the swamp hut. I was trying to spawn a black cat, but then I just used command because it wasn't spawning. There's my starting soon text. No, I'll ping the builders. So what else is there to do? I guess I could grass it up. Stray grass. Grass. All right, one of the builders named Connector Can. cobweb. So this here is there also appear to be puddles. So I'm gonna put them in like this. There's another puddle right here. Also, let's turn on no update. Never mind, that was a horrible idea. I regret ever trusting myself with that. Uh, let's not give it the ugly green wastewater look. Connector said they'd hop on, but they're not. Maybe they're just taking a while to launch Minecraft or something. I don't know. You know how I said I wouldn't glowberry it up this stream? Well, I lied. I'm actually going to because I'm afraid to do the next part of Inside the Wall because I am procrastinating. No, I'm not. I'm not procrastinating. I'm definitely not. I'm not procrastinating. You're procrastinating. Ah, did not mean to drop that. You know, I could probably figure out to do a tool mask to do this. I might even have one saved, but anything to not do the next part of inside the wall. It's probably not as bad as I think it's going to be, but I, I kind of assume the worst, prepare for the best. I wish Minecraft vines were good, but I don't like how they look. Yeah, I think that I might as well just do the next part of Inside the Wall because this is way too mind-numbing. Do I have a, I don't. Let's do a little bit of a logic. Yay. Block must be air. Above it should be azalea leaves. That might actually just be it. And then let's create a noise pattern. I think that is what I meant. Do I have one? Ignore some of these. They're for the Breath of the Wild project. Vines. What? Cave vines. That's a block? I didn't know that's what I thought they were just glowberries. Oh well. I guess that's their technical name. Learn something new every day. Stray vines. Let's just call this vines for simplicity. Still no one watching my stream. That is not surprising. A lot of people say that they don't like self-deprecating humor, but I like it because it's funny. And also, I know it's not supposed to be the point, but it actually makes me feel better about myself because I know that someone is laughing at my failures. What is there to do? Probably something other than apologies. Other than this. I suppose I could put more ivy. I don't really like doing that. No, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do this part. It wouldn't be so hard. Uh, hold on. Get out of my cursor. Thank you. I do not want to unlock rotation. Now I do. Paste copy. I wish there was a shortcut to paste copy. Ah, Connector's PC isn't cooperating. I know the feeling. It's actually a much bigger gap than. All right, I think that's fine. It's adequate. Oh yeah, I forgot about extrude. Uh, This actually doesn't go all the way down. Oh well, no one will notice. That's my mantra. My mantra is no one will notice. Except the people watching my stream. So I'll just figure that one out later when I can just flood fill, because flood fill is much easier. Alright, and another builder, El Deuterino, will be around in about 15 minutes. Let's paint this with the inside the wall noise pattern. Alright, the recording is on pause. Alright. There are also leafless vines coming from this bottom pipe into the top of this bottom pipe to inside this. Okay. I can do that. Alright, let's just have 2 vines. It makes it easier on me. My mantra is no one will notice. In both of the projects I'm a part of. Also, something I didn't make clear in the Age of Imprisonment video is that I'm not the one who's leading the Breath of the Wild project. Highcraft is. So, yeah. Also, fine. You guys can see the Breath of the Wild map because I am nice to you. Don't ask, but You know, if Highcraft finds out about this, I don't know if he's gonna be mad. So, it's our little secret. Yeah, we started on Hyrule Castle because they wanted to be different from Grazi and Zancraft, who previously built Breath of... Can Distant Horizons load? You know what? Screw Distant Horizons. This is Castle Town. Me and Highcraft, mostly Highcraft, worked on it. I did the paths, and the noise pattern on the ground. I also did this ruined cathedral. I didn't do too much work on Hyrule Castle. I did help with the big Calamity Ganon and the Malice Clouds. I also helped with the front gate and this bridge. This bottom part was done by me. This ruined gazebo, I made the intact gazebo. I also made this little bridge, and this room on the inside of the pump room. But that's... I also made the palette for the Malice, so yeah. I helped with the Sanctum, making this little circle thing, and my biggest contribution is the Astral Observatory, which I did completely on my own, so you're welcome. And then finally, not finally, me and Highcraft knocked out these islands to either side of the castle. If you were paying attention, there was a palette in my presets called Cliff Cheese, which is this. That's what it's called in Breath of the Wild's game files. I also came up with a palette for this sandy rock. I did this fountain. I helped design the Guardians, although I'm not really proud of this design because we had some limitations on the scale. I also helped design the Castletown houses. The Sacred Ground ruins, me and Highcraft knocked out in like an hour. Yeah, I should probably get back to Stray because Breath of the Wild isn't the focus, and besides, Highcraft would probably yell at me for showing this on stream. Also, if you read the description of the Silo video, you'll know that I'm actually a composer as well. So, after this mix is done, I'll put on some of my own music that I wrote, so be happy. Yeah, and nothing. Sorry, I have to remember that not all of you know music theory. It's over now. All right. See how this looks with shaders. Anything to avoid doing this next section. This looks sick. This looks so good with shaders. Why aren't the cave vines moving? Huh. Yo, this looks so good. All right, that was one. Now for this one. All right. I think I will just get the basic shape down for now. Let's get our shape tool. Let's get pink. Actually, let's change this. I think I use purple for the floor, so it's purple. Is that good? All right, that's fine. Now, another drop. Does anyone actually enjoy doing things like this? I'm going to do a little bit of bullshittery and make this slightly inaccurate. Uh, I really don't like Inside the Wall. It's just not a chapter I enjoy doing, but I have to do it. I have to do it first so I can get my first Stray video out. Yes, I'm going to be dividing it into parts. The first part is going to cover Inside the Wall. The second is going to cover Dead City and the Flat. The third part is going to cover the slums, and the fifth part is going to cover uh, the rooftops and Dead End. The sixth part is going to cover the sewers in Ant Village. Uh, the seventh part is going to cover Midtown, and the eighth part, the finale, will cover jail and control room. If anyone's got a problem with that, let me know. Let me know in a comment, and I'll make sure not to read it. Problem is that nobody watches my streams, so no one can hear my amazing sense of humor. I'll be famous one day, but for now, I'm stuck with being a mediocre content creator with a bunch of morons. Uh, Stray, let's pull you up, and you have, uh, I really need to blueprint something. Uh, these like I don't know what they are. They're like extrusions. Is that the word I'm looking for? Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know, I'm kind of stupid. Magenta. I forgot to turn off keep existing. Oh well. Uh, I wish Axiom was better at rotating things, but it's Minecraft. It's really hard to rotate things, so I'll give it a break for now. How am I gonna do this little hut? it like this, something like that. All right. Maybe let's move this. Shaw here and andesite. If that looks ugly, I'm sorry. Let's do that. I'm not sure if it helps, but it helps to me. So I think it does. I think it helps. Uh, yeah, I think that looks fine. That looks fine. All right. I should probably look at this as the cat because it doesn't make things disappear. Just like me to people who don't subscribe. That's a joke. Laugh. There's also some puddles here, but I'm not going to deal with that right now. Oh. Oh, there's a pipe. Huh. Uh, might be a little bigger than it is in game, but I don't necessarily care. So, all right. I'm so glad June is over, so now I can put things in a straight line. Sorry, bad joke. All right. What screams stray? What else screams stray other than purple and magenta wool? That just looks so accurate to how it does in game. I don't know why I decided on these as temporary blocks, probably because it's the same like color that has the most different blocks or something. Then again, I could probably use black, gray, light gray, and white, or blue, cyan, light blue, or red, orange, yellow, but I don't care. It's potato, tomato. Uh, so, oh, sorry guys. I didn't know you were waiting on me. My bad. Appears to go up as this weird. Uh, let's get gray terracotta, I guess. That and then brown. All right. So the way this looks is that it looks like it goes up like this. Then we get wall. Not the wall. Hmm. Why am I doing this? All right. And now for this palette, I think I'm going to use a mix of tough. Oh, there's a tough wall. Hey, Deuterino's on. Tough and Cinnabar, maybe? For the rust? No. So rusty. All right, yeah, I like that. And I didn't realize there was a pure tough wall. There's also more fence. And there's this strange grate thing. I suppose I'll just use sulfur slabs and dark oak slabs. Unfortunately, Minecraft chat isn't really that responsive because of laws. So I have to use the console, but that is pretty easy to use. All right, now to get some fences. Let's save this. All right. He works on the pipes. I think I can color this now. Inside the wall. So why are you using pink for the pipes so well? Hold on, I'm gonna get myself a drink. And I'm back. All right. So, oh yeah, I should probably turn the music back on. Kind of neglected that. Uh, uh, so I guess. Earls, I'm not that proud. Oh, I wasn't recording for all the work that I've done since I showed you guys the Breath of the Wild. Of course. Well, I'm starting recording now, so. Alright, so the pipes are like snaking. Sir, could you, not be there? Thank you. Oops. Sorry about that. Hold on. Hold on. There's a serious. I just really like this map. Also, if you're wondering about the scale, yes, this is 1-to-1. This is 1-to-1. Because according to Momo's calculations in game, the city is around 450 meters, aka blocks in diameter, and that's what this is. And I'm not exactly sure about inside the wall, but I'm pretty sure this is as close to 1-to-1 as I can get. Might be a little too big, but no one will notice. That's my mantra. All right. Uh, these are like holes. Hopefully you can see the server messages. Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, you saw it. All right. I gotta like once I finish the map, which will be a while, I'm going to install a shapeshifter mod and parkour through the map as a cat. I might even do that for the video showcase and the finale. So for now, I'm stuck in a server, so I don't think it would be compatible. Yo, these pipes are looking fire. Did bro seriously change that back? I mean, this is how I like it. I just think it colors go better. Jungle just looks way too lush. My first attempt of this, I say first attempt, but I've actually done this map uh three 2 times before, not counting my stolen attempt, which is the one I'm referring to. But uh once I was in 2022, which I did with only the vanilla commands, so it was mostly by hand. Some parts were saved with the fill tool. Second attempt in, I believe, 2023 was with World Edit. And now my third and probably last attempt at this game in 2026 with Axiom. Hmm. Ooh. Yikes. Where do you copy that from? Oh well, doesn't matter. Uh, kind of just been flying around, so I'm gonna make myself useful. Uh, oh, oh my, that I do not like that. Uh, Okay. You can go this way? Yes, I know how to chain jumps. I don't know if this way is actually faster. Oh well. I don't care about speed. I'm not speedrun trying to speedrun the game. Also, my personal speedrun record is 1 hour and 49 minutes. So, I it, and I wasn't even trying to get a decent time. I was just trying to beat 2 hours for the achievement. I didn't even have optimal keybinds either. I did it with mostly defaults and on a lower end computer system because I was traveling, but that's not the point. There's like these weird plants, so there's like a lot of leaves. You know, it's almost approaching 2 hours, and I like to keep my streams around 2 hours. So I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks one person who decided to drop by, but uh, yeah.